The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going for it. It's Watson, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the 50, it's Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Texans.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 29, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. From the red zone now, Watson escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
56.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Flush to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dante Moncrief there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a first down throw. Watson flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Off of play action, it's Watson. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 51 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watson, off play action. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Next to score, Texans 20, Steelers 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now it's Roethlisberger. There he goes inside the 30. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Double. Switch. Let's go. Let's go.
Roethlisberger will throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now that... And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Taking it in from a yard out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Buying time. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Again, it's counter. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1 Gut check time on both sides.
Quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Connor. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpired. Now it's Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Texans 27, Steelers 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
What is that? 118! Check 55. To the car! Back to pass.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. Myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.